foam core paper with foam core in the middle and paper on the back end. And I made 4 ATC size pieces, cut them out. So now I'm just cutting the last bit of it out here. And this is going to be the base of my ATCs, my altered playing cards. Let's see how that works on there. Get on, and I'm actually going to do the back as well. Get really thick. And I'm dropping my glue. It's falling over. And I'm not going to worry about the edges being kind of pointed because they're rounded on the card. Put lower maybe. I have a pretty not fun cold right now, so I'm having trouble talking and breathing. But again, I'm going to put it on the back of the foam core. It's just going to be a little thicker, and then it's going to adhere together a bit better. I didn't do that with the first one, but it's a habit I got to get into to paste things together. It's just a little bit better when you do. And dab. Just 3 colors on, and then I got the bright orange. I'm trying to do just a little bit. That is a lot of color for such a little card, but it's going to work. And these colors are really nice and warm together, so they'll work. There we go. This one's got a nice little pinky into it, like the rose. It's got such a cute pinky hue that I like. So I'm just going to get that on there. And I didn't do anything with the cards. I just adding paint to them. And I'm going to purposely stick my finger on the 3 here, my thumb I should say, and I'm going to get this color over here. Don't want to worry about that after. I kind of don't want to cover it, so it's the thing that we've been doing with the altered cards. This is for the Mixed Media Altered Cards Playing Cards group of Ann Williamson's group, and the thing that kind of one of the themes we've been doing is just keeping the corners, at least I've been, and anyway, I've been noticing, keeping the corners clean to show that it's an altered card. Now you guys can do whatever you want though, have fun with it. So there we go. I might just put some gold or something like that on it to make it work. But you're getting all these nice strokes and different textures with the brush, and that's what I'm going for right now. Is a nice background like this. And then we're going to go back and do the edges too. And then this one had a lot of paint. That's okay. So we're going to do the edges of the card. And drop it. We're going to do the edges of the card. I'm not going to worry about the back. And again, I got a little bit on there from doing the edge, but that's okay. See, it wasn't too much. It worked out. Now I'm adding just a little bit more of the rose just to get more streaking from the lighter color. when they're all mixed together, it just will make such a nice color. And just whatever colors you like. I like a trio of colors because they complement each other and that kind of thing too. And yeah, I like that. If you get too many, sometimes it gets too crazy too. So, and it looks nice. And that's like a little canvas board now. Put your card, and like I said, we could put some wiring through and that kind of thing, and do beads. We could do pins, decorative pins, and that kind of thing. So I like that idea. It gives it a lot more options on decorating and embellishing your card without taking too much space, not being a big block or anything like that. That's perfect. Now this particular card's got a little much paint on there. I'm just going to kind of rub it off. There we go. Now I'm going to dry that with the heat tool, but I'm going to move my heat all over so then it doesn't melt my foam core, and it'll work really well if you just kind of like you're blowing drying your hair. You don't want to leave it in one spot and burn your scalp. Just kind of like that and keep moving it around, and you'll get a nice even heat and it won't melt. Now I'm going to be building up a bit of a background. I'm going to go up a bit. I think I need to go up a bit. Trying to so you can see perfectly. Hope you can. Hope it's not too blurry. It gets to be hard to see sometimes. So I'm going to use archival ink, and I'm going to ink across it. Everything is dry, and I'm going to make some markings with the archival ink. And I'm going to use my script from, it's a Stampin' Up stamp, but I'm just going to go in a few directions to make it feel like it's going across in different ways, and like different pieces added to it, kind of a thing. And so I have different look on all of them there a little bit, as well as this number stamp, and I'm just going to go with the numbers below. Try to get that. So and if you have any other stamps that you like to use, it'd be really cute to use, and you can add a little bit of paper and tissue and that kind of thing. Might do that. I'm going to use my decoupage mat to get some pieces down. I'm going to grab some blue tissue paper from this design here, and I'm just going to tear and put some randomly on there. I am very low on this, but that's okay. Just going to randomly stick it on. And kind of not worry about it. Just like that. I'm kind of keeping them on the bottom, I think. Just decided to do that. And go with the theme of it a little bit. And there we go. It looks like there's something stuck underneath this one, so I'm going to lift it up. Chunk of foam board. And I'm just going to put some glue on the side for anything that kind of goes over. That's okay. Just like that. I'm going to stick a bird on a couple, I think. Oh, well, I won't be sticking that bird on there. I'm actually going to do hearts. I just ripped his head off, and now I'm like, oh, I don't want just one bird. I'm going to do the heart. And there goes one. Another one. Really cute mixed media card. And this is just stamped on tissues. I actually got it on a swap of stamped images. You can do swaps and even just stamp your own images onto tissue paper and get a really nice fun look that you can just easily stick on a journal or an ATC, that kind of thing. And this one here, I'm just going to use a hot air balloon. I ran out of hearts. And I'm going to use the sides to glue, just like that. You can see it's a hot air balloon. I might just paste over the edge, and it worked. And there's a piece of foam core right there. So that is it. That's the first parts of building up my layers and my background for my little Child's Play cards. And got some more Americana paints, and I've got the sand, and I have decided on the burlap as well as this a little bit blue chiffon. And I'm just going to dab them on this little card here. Mix them up, dab them on the card. A little face. On all of them. So this is my Child's Play card. I'm going to paint myself a little face. Kind of oval shape, but in the sideways way. And this is just going to be a fun, whimsical type of card, so it's not going to have to, just don't worry about it. Do some kind of child thing. You could do stamped images or whatever you want, if you have that. Now I'm adding a little bit of burlap to do the neck, without even really cleaning the brush. Do these little people look like people yet? We're working on it. I'm going to grab my pen just to give you a little bit of what's going on here. We're going to do a little U nose, give her a mouth. Just going to do a little puckery mouth, and then a little kind of a D eye. And that's it. A little eyebrow. And that's basically the face. So, just gotta, wait for the paint to dry. That could be a little drier. Gotta do a little bit of a red lip. And there we go on that one. So it's just some fun. My pen is actually running out. I've been waiting for a long time to receive my mail. I ordered some a long time ago, and I have not, from Amazon. I have not received any notification about them or anything. Hopefully, they're still coming. So a little like D eyes, or just little half circle eyes type of thing. This one's got a little bit of wrinkle on there. That's okay from the tissue paper. And now I'm going to choose a couple of colors. I have another card here. I have some black plum and I also have some alizarin crimson. I wish I could say them properly. So I'm going to stick some of that in there. And then my black plum, to darken it up. Now I'm going to make some hair on her. And then you got to decide if you want to cut out some tissue paper clothes or, you know, fancy paper clothes, which would be really neat. Or paint some clothes. I think it would be kind of neat to, you know, cut up something for a dress and that kind of thing. So I'm just going to get some hair going on here. And that's about that. And you can just kind of do a little Dixie style or whatever. Trying to have lots of brush strokes in her hair. And that's my child's play so far. And I'm not mixing the colors, but I'm not like totally. I want to have a different variation and a different look for them all. And there goes my puppy's howling. That's just great. And maybe another more of swoopy hair here. There they go. If one starts, they all start. And there's another one. Now they have their hair. I'm going to dry that up and we're going to do some lips. And we could probably do that. Actually, I'm going to use my DecoArts pen for my lips. And ooh, that really dripped on there. Let's see if we can fix that up. Might have to go over that a bit. That's okay. I have my paint colors right here still for the face, and I can still add hues of whatever I need to. So, and that helps. I have actually rinsed my brush out. So if I don't like something, like say her lips are too big, and that one I didn't like, it was not very shapely. There we go. This one doesn't have a drawn lip on it. Let's see how it works. It's doing kind of a heart shape. So far, these are my little girls. Okay, we're going to dry those up. So out of some of this designer paper here, I cut out some shirts. This one's two-sided, so I cut two out of here just to show you. And here are my shirts, and here's my pattern to begin with. And here are my dresses, shirts, dresses, whatever, for my girls. And I'm probably going to also use this pattern because I want to make them a little crown or something like that. So I am going to probably just draw one out and trace it 4 times here. So just to make a nice crown, you know, something. I'll do that on the side here. But oh, it's blurry. Okay, I'm going to stop the video. Now I'm just going to glue their dresses on. I'll paint them up and that kind of thing after as well. And cut them to what they need to be cut. So, of course, I'm just got one size here and I'm just fitting them all on one size. So, that's good. And you'll see that's just part of the dress and it's going to get cut off, whatever's hanging over. So, and you could do tons of different kind of mixed medias and that kind of thing too. I just wanted to do a little pattern with pattern paper, but you can use all sorts of paper. And then also you're going to have like, you know, doing some doodling on it, whatever, with pen as well. So you'll have that to make collars or whatever you want to add to it. And so I'm going to just do that. And since I'm kind of got the glue happening here, I'm going to carefully go over the whole thing and just let it dry, be patient. And I gotta redo the eyes too, so. Oh boy, it's okay. My other pen wanted to die on me, so I'm just using a Sharpie now. And I'm just going with the eyes. Just a little line and then a little circle underneath. And I think I did them way better this time because I didn't put them so far apart. That was my problem last time. They don't have to be anything fancy, they just looked a little odd being so far apart. So, decided to do a redo on that one. And of course this paint's way too wet. No one? My pens don't want to make up their mind here. Okay, there we go. Did a little nose. So I just redid a pattern on the crown, didn't like the old one, and now I'm going to ink up the edges on that and probably give them some stamping. And there we go. And I'm just going to ink up my edges so they look really nice and they pop. So guys, I hope you have fun with this. I know it's been a little bit of a long process today. I think it's because I have a cold and my brain's just not functioning as smoothly as normal. But we worked through it. So now I just got to do some details and maybe add cheeks and that kind of thing to them. So I'll be back when I get all of these inked up. Now I'm just using a little bit of, I wish you guys could see it better, these watercolor type of crayons from, oh, I don't know, it was an American company that was in Canada and it closed down. Can't think of it right now. Name. You'll tell me, won't you? Target, that's what it was. So I'm going to use my water brush and I'm just going to grab a little bit of orange. I'm going to make some cheeks. So this is like mixing up my media here, but that's good. I want to make her a little bit more little girl-like. I really wish that it would, today my camera doesn't seem to be filming properly, or I'm just way too high. don't know. It feels like I'm way too high. And I'm going to put a little bit of red cheeks in there, mixing it up a bit. Now I'm just wiping my brush, and I'm going to pick up a little bit of blue, and I'm going to try to get some of it off, just causing a shadow. I'm going to cause a bit of a shadow here on the neck. And some of them don't look like she has a neck. I know it's a little much, but I can wipe that down a bit. See, I'm causing a bit kind of a shadow, and it's quite big, but it's okay. This is kind of just a whimsical, fun child, you know, that's why I called it like child's play card. Now I'm just dabbing it off where I think it's too big, too dark, I mean, and that's it. So this one, I'd have to say, I didn't quite get the face all that great. I could tweak it here and there though and play with it till I'm happy. Add a little bit brown to it. It's just supposed to be a really whimsical, fun face anyway. It's not supposed to be a realistic face. And there we go. Dabbing some of that, because it's so easy to use watercolor that way when you're doing it. And I could just go over a little bit, add a little bit of water, and still pull it off even though it's dry. So here are my girls so far. Not sure if you can see them when they're way down here. But I'm going to add a little bit of dark around them. I'm having trouble today. And yeah, I guess I'm going to have to put some arms in there. I'll just paint that up after. There. I'm on my game today, guys. On my game. Oh, I added some white to it. Guys, I could just come to the part where I'm just like adding a little bit here and there, but I can't film everything because it's became way too long. So I'm kind of trying to just, yeah, finding myself playing with it a little bit more, but that's all what this mixed media process is about, just adding and whatever. I think I'm going to add some glitter glue to the crown, and I think that she's pretty close to done. And I'm going to leave her at that, actually. And I'm just doing a little bit more shading on the arm. And there we go. You can add little flower details or anything you like, and I'm probably going to add a stick pin or something like that to the top. Now I am putting these wires through here, and I know this video is taking forever, and I'm keeping them up pretty high. And I have these seed beads that I am going to be putting in here. But I wanted to show you, this is the reason why I did it on foam core. So you just got to take it easy, stick it in pretty good, cut them long, and then you're going to have some really nice wires there. So I'm going to do that with all of them. I'm going to read you from Dollarama, and they're the craft wire stems, and that's what they are, 200 mix pack. And I checked to see if they fit my sea beads, and they do. That I got from Dollarama as well. So now I'm just putting them in, and I'm putting them quite far, and then cutting them long. Then I'm going to, you know, twirl my end and whatever to keep the seed beads on. And this is the reason, like I said, why I wanted to put them on foam core. You can totally make a little handle. You can do whatever you want. It's just a fun little extra decorative piece. You could do a pin, stick pin, decorative stick pin as well, but I do only have one that I got in Happy Meal, and I wanted to actually keep that one. Well, I do have the other one, but I put it in an art project. That's one that I'm keeping too. So here's another one. So it's going to be cute little extra bling on it. And that is, I just got to be patient, put it in. Here this girl has her beads on, her seed beads. Sorry about them. My hands are full of paint. So now I'm just going to twist the wire so then the beads stay on. Just like that. I'm going to kind of make them look like they're little vines or something like that. Twirly. Oop. Gotta make sure I'm not pulling up on it. And I could kind of twist them around whatever way I want after. I could add a little glue, pull them up just a barely, because you could put them in quite a bit deep, so then you can have room for lifting them just a bit and adding a little bit of tacky glue. Nothing really strong, because you don't want to melt the foam, because foam, a lot of like E6000, that kind of stuff will melt the foams. And there's the cute little beads on top of the cards. So I'm just going to throw some tacky glue. This one, actually, they're actually pretty firm on there. This one moved a bit. Right at the bottom. And if you guys can see that, I'm all fingers here today. Push that back in a bit, and then the glue should help it here. And that's what I've done. Just adding a little bit of orange flecca on the crown. Just give it a little bit of a pop. A little bit to my edges. Lots of texture on there, so it's going to make it look nice. And that is my card, friends. And that's my card. The beads took a lot of time, so I didn't video that, because that was hard work for me with this cold and looking at it and all that kind of stuff. But hey, we got it done. Got it done. I darkened the edges. Put a little marker around there. This is my face. Add a little bit of a brow to the nose. Make it look a little bit more cute. And this is it. Hope you guys like Child's Play. The theme for this month, or this week. And I'll put the link below to the Altered Playing Cards Mixed Media Facebook group. And yeah, Mixed Media Altered Playing Cards group. And hope you guys like it. There they are, my little girls. This video took a long time. Like I said, this cold just took a lot out of me, and you probably can't even hear me talk anymore. I'm just getting really tired. But there we go. That's my girls. So I named this one Child's Play, and I hope you guys give it a try with some foam core and beads, and even, you know, just whatever you want to stick in there, stick pins, that kind of thing, and have fun with it. Bye guys. Don't forget to craft like a duck. Bye.